A man stumbled into a land of tiny people by pure accident. He found himself bound from head to toe with thick ropes, and the little folk had even built guard towers around his feet. Jack let out a furious roar, and the wooden stakes holding him down burst from the ground. He struggled to his feet, wondering if he was dreaming. Just then, a general came galloping up on his steed, thrusting his spear downward. Several soldiers immediately threw grappling hooks, catching Jack's rear end and pulling hard in unison. Jack lost his balance and crashed to the ground, passing out cold. When he came to, Jack was trussed up like a turkey and being wheeled into the tiny kingdom's capital. Countless citizens swarmed around him, gawking at him like he was some kind of monster. By the time they reached the palace gates, Jack was so tightly bound he couldn't move a muscle. Even the worldly princess had never laid eyes on such a giant creature. The next day, Jack was taken to the fields to pull plows like a beast of burden. Just then, enemy assassins attacked the palace. The general urgently ordered them to turn around and had Jack rush back to save the royal family. Jack took off with peculiar strides, racing toward the palace at incredible speed. The general told him to get down low while he went alone to rescue the princess, ordering his soldiers not to interfere. But the soldiers saw through his bluff and freed Jack from his chains, begging him to help. In the nick of time, Jack arrived, plucked 2 assassins between his fingers, and casually tossed them into the pond, saving the princess with ease. By the time the general arrived panting and wheezing, the fight was already over. The princess thanked Jack profusely, but the king was still trapped in the burning palace. Jack immediately rushed to the rescue but burned his hand on the intense flames. A soldier reminded him that fire needs water. Jack thought that made sense, so he dropped his pants and unleashed a yellow stream that doused the flames in moments. The king was saved. From that day on, Jack became the tiny kingdom's hero. The next day, the king ordered a one-of-a-kind mansion built just for him. Jack's life changed completely. People brewed his coffee, soldiers marched in formation to massage his back, and the entire nation had to watch movies with him. As time passed, Jack gained more and more of the king's favor and was even awarded a Medal of Honor. But all this made the general seethe with jealousy. Desperate to win back the king's trust, he secretly disabled all the kingdom's defenses, allowing enemy forces to march right in. Artillery shells easily blasted into the palace as the enemy army overwhelmed the capital. In this crisis, the king urgently summoned Jack. As the tiny kingdom's guardian, Jack couldn't just stand by. He resolutely headed to the palace, ready to face his next battle.